Okay, I have been seeing this girl's catfish makeup everywhere. She says this is the most trust the process makeup routine that you'll ever see. She does all of these insane colors and shapes all over her face. And then when she blends it out, this is the finished result. So today, we have to put that to the test. Because I want to see, if I follow her crazy makeup routine, will I actually end up looking that good? Or is it just clickbait and she takes it off and redoes it off camera? Starting off, her first step is dry shaving, but I will not be doing that today. So her next step is going in with foundation. She takes a shade that is extremely dark and orange, and she loads it up on the brush like this, and then literally paints it on her face. Oh God, I just know my skin is gonna be crying for help. She says you can't be afraid to put it on because that's her hack, getting such an insanely pretty result. It doesn't look like she blends it down the neck at all, so I'm not either. Okay, and now that I am Oompa Loompa orange, her next step is cream contour, and she takes a shade that is extremely dark, I think even darker than this, and once again, she just goes in and loads up that brush. She starts on the forehead by making a literal brown halo. She says this is supposed to shrink my forehead down by like 5 sizes. Okay, perfect. And then she does the cheeks. Once again, just making an insane stripe. But this one she takes down like this. She says it makes you look like you have buccal fat removal. I don't really know how that works. Once again, we're trusting the process. Of course, we can't forget her super intense jawline contour. I mean, I understand why it's called catfish. I'm literally restructuring my whole face. She also, of course, contours the nose and then pulls this up and out to snatch the eyes up. And now that contour's done, her next step is, of course, concealer. And she uses a shade that's almost white. And this is where the really weird shapes come in, because she does all of these in triangles. Especially on the forehead here, we're literally making a little pyramid. Well, actually, I guess it's more of an arrow pointing up. And then literally the entire chin, and then above the lip. Wait, I just looked back, and her forehead triangle is like 10 times the size of mine. And then her final step here is to take a bright pink blush, pop it right in between this line of concealer and contour. I guess that's it for all of her creams. I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna become even remotely my shade. Now it's time to blend. So if you wanna see that, go to part 2. I really wanna know if it's gonna end up looking as good as hers. I'll see you there.